How's it going, everybody? For those of you who know me and who have been around, the very few of you, thank you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking around, and more importantly, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know me, then you're not going to understand any of this. So, in that aspect, this is more or less for me. This is going to be almost like a look back. Years on from here, this is going to be kind of something for me to look back and to kind of keep me in line, to keep me um a few things I want to cover. I'm going to try to make them as short as sweet as I can, but if you do know me, you also know that I like to ramble and go super duper scatterbrained. I try my best to not do that, but I'm going to do it. Forewarning. um I really wanted to make this video just to kind of outline a few things, mainly, where I've been and what I'm doing and where I'm going. So first, let's look into, where I've been. And the nice thing about me being, open and honest, this whole time, or trying my best to be, keeping you guys updated, uh, where I've been. And the reason why I fell out of streaming, and it's a number of things, and, a lot of those are apparent, but the biggest thing was consistency. Um, you know, I work in sales. I work a day job, 40 hours a week, sometimes more. And, I work retail hours, so I don't work a Monday through Friday. So my big issue with streaming, and something that a lot of, successful streamers know, and even the community knows, is consistency, having a set schedule. And when I myself don't have a set schedule, it's very hard for me to give you one. And, anytime I would gain traction, something would come up, and, I would come home tired, I'd be late. And I wasn't feeling it. And that's always one thing that I kept in mind at the beginning was, if this is something that I'm not in it, if I don't enjoy it, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm having fun. It goes without saying, that's one thing that so many people say all the time, oh, I'm real, I want to be real. Of course, people want to be real. It's so cliche. It goes without saying. Something that's not who I am. Because that's the reason why I got into streaming. And the reason why, I'm an introvert. I'm a horrible introvert. I've always been one, since I was a little kid into today. I'm 26 years old. And it's something that I've struggled with for a long time. And, some people don't understand that it can be very debilitating, and it can kind of keep you from, interacting with people. So my way of dealing with it has been immersion. I work a job where I'm forced to talk to people. I'm forced to interact and problem solve. That's something that, I did because, a big thing, not only because of the opportunities that I was given, but because it gave me that opportunity to kind of learn how to do that. When I was in school, I surrounded myself with friends who, drugged my ass out of the house. I'd much rather stay in my room and play video games than have a human interaction. I mean, I know a lot of people will say that, but, truly, that's me. Borderline agoraphobic, I would say, but not quite. But that's why I started streaming, because it was another outlet for me to learn how to grow as a human being, to become something instead of a closed in shell. So with that, there's a lot of self-conscious issues, and when I realized that I couldn't be consistent, I couldn't give a quality product, that deflated me. Yeah, and I fell out of streaming after a few things, just busy things, trips, new relationships. I'll get into that in a little bit here, but it took me out of a few days and a few weeks of streaming. I'm already feeling down about, my content, my productivity. It's very hard to get that motivation back, to get behind the wheel again. And, it was just tough, and I just felt myself in a constant loop of, not wanting to get back into it. And I missed it. I didn't really think about it all the time, but I missed it. And that's why I'm here today. Another big thing why I stopped streaming. Again, those of you who have been around, you already. But I was in a relationship. I am in a relationship, I should say, to an amazing woman. I had been single for a while. I really got to learn, who I was. And when we started dating about a year and a half ago, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be involved in the whole relationship. I wanted to spend as much time as possible to kind of, learn from my past mistakes that I had. I'll admit that I've had some, nothing, major, but there have been some issues with myself, and I've learned from those. So I really wanted to be involved with it. And 7 months, 8 months now, we moved in together, just right before our living together. That's why the new place is here. Cat. She's an asshole. But I digress. Yeah, this is the one thing that, I don't blame the relationship at all. I am happy that I made that decision to step away from streaming so that I can have that relationship. I feel like I earned it, and I feel like she deserved it, and again, I don't regret it. You make sacrifices for certain things, and that's one thing that I made a sacrifice for, and it was perfect timing because, like I said, I was kind of falling out. I was getting upset that I couldn't be consistent. I couldn't constantly bring out a quality product that I was happy with. But that's just where I've been. And then there were some other health issues, nothing major. I remember I was getting ready to stream one night with Travis T Ravioli from the early days. Um, I had a really bad toothache, and it was debilitating. Like, I was crying and writhing in pain. Turned out I needed a fucking root canal because my tooth was all out. I couldn't talk for a while, so that took me out for a few weeks. That's one of the big things. And then I also kind of have an on and off situation. It's manageable. It's basically a temporary collapsed lung, and something that a lot of people who have a sedative lifestyle, or someone who sits down a lot, usually gamers, it's something that's become a thing for some esports gamers. Basically, it's a collapsed lung, and more or less, all it really can be is last for a few days. But if I'm active, if I get up, I walk around all the time. It's not an issue anymore. But it used to get really bad. There'd be times where I'd just have a really bad cramp. I knew I had to sit down. Will it get serious? Probably. Will I die? Probably. But will we all? Probably. That's neither here nor there. I will deal with that, and I am dealing with that. It hasn't been an issue for the past couple months. Actually, past years since I stopped streaming. I'm up. Now, where I'm at. A lot of you know that, a big conflict that I had. There's the cat. Don't mind her. One of the big issues that I had about the current channel, Inside the Nine, 7, the big issue that I had is the name of the channel itself. It's an old gamer tag that I had when I was, 15, 16, angsty kid. A lot of you don't even get the reference. But when I transitioned and I wanted to become Bobbert, who I am, I wanted to be streamlined. I wanted to have everything together. I wanted everything to have the same name. And that was the one thing I couldn't change. Twitch would not allow me to change that, and I just couldn't, and it was frustrating because it stuck out like a sore thumb. It's like my Twitter would be at Bobbert Gaming. Follow this page that does not have my name in it. Look at the banner that has my name in it, but not the website. It was fucking weird, and it was annoying. So, I figure I've been gone for roughly a year and a half, minus a handful of streams in between. And I really want to make a fresh start. I just want to start over again. So I'm going to be making a brand new Twitch channel. It's already made. This video itself is going to go on the brand new YouTube channel. This is the first video, going to be the first video for a while, and it's going to be there for a bit. But it's called Bobbert Productions. I will leave a link in the description below. I hope it's still below by the time I finish this, because this video is going to go on forever, and YouTube likes to change things. But anyway, it's going to be called Bobbert Productions. And the reason why I want to call it that is because it's not going to be just a gaming channel. Granted, that is still going to be the heart and soul, the bread and butter of the channel, because that's what I love doing. But there's other things that I want to do. I think it will actually solve the problems that I had when I first started. And that was, if you remember, that was consistency. I look back and I look at my work schedule, and, even though most of the days are sporadic, there are, 2 days that I actually have some time for content, that I can be there every day at the same time. I believe it's going to be Monday mornings. Like right now, I am off today, so, today's going to be pretty much an all-day stream. But for Monday mornings, I plan on doing, just a short, maybe 2-hour stream before I have to get ready for work. But it's going to be a short stream, probably about 2 hours. But I want to focus on, free games, free games. I'm going to spend some time going on Steam, find a free game, play it for 2 hours, just grind through it, and I'll probably never touch it again unless you guys want to see it again. I think that'll be fun. It'll be fresh. It'll be new. It'll be, always a new game. Unless you guys really like that specific game, then I may turn it into a series down the road too. And best thing is, it doesn't cost money, so I can do this all the time. I can afford to do it. The big thing though, the one thing that I am absolutely excited for, and that is on Sundays, Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm going to start a podcast. I know everyone's fucking doing it. It's becoming a thing. But this is something that I wanted to do at the beginning of this channel. It's something that I wanted to do when I started streaming. It's like, this is what I want to progress to. And I think that this right here is what's going to give me that consistency. It's going to give me that every day, once a week, current something. I can't think of the word that I want to say, but content. There we go. Found it. But it's going to give me that regular content. And what the podcast is going to consist of, it is going to be myself, along with my dear friends that the Not Stanley, also known as Dave, and Borg Trauma, also known as Eric. We are going to be doing this podcast. It's going to be a current events. It is going to be, essentially, anything from politics to, social media, video games. Video game content is something that I want to talk about. I want to get back into the community, and that's the best way I think that I can, kind of attach myself back to it, and to kind of, insert myself and, become a correspondent, just kind of get back into it, to delve into it. There's a lot of things that I want to do down the road with it. If it does take off and you guys do enjoy it, there's a lot of things I want to do with it that are going to be different. And, I won't get into that now just because one thing I learned from my time off, and one thing that I was very disappointed in myself with, was making promises that I couldn't keep. And I apologize for that. And I think that really hurt me. I think it hurt me more personally than it did, on Twitch. I apologize to you guys. And what I mean by that is, my schedule and everything, I would promise to be on streams and make it. I would promise to release videos and other content. I just did not have the time. I couldn't manage it. But that's one thing that I've learned, is I'm not going to make a promise to anyone, to you guys, unless I know I can keep it. I'd rather, not make a promise and then surprise you with something really great than promise you something really great and just ghost on you like I did before. That's a personal change. I've done a lot of reflecting, and I'm going to change that. So that is big for the future of this. Again, for those of you who have been around, there are a handful of you, and thank you for coming back to the stream that I had last night. I hope you continue to stay around. I definitely enjoy your feedback. Please give it to me. I'm more than happy to take that. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know. Follow me on Instagram. Let me know what you'd like to see, because this is more or less, this is therapy for me, entertainment for you. Um, Really, the big thing is I want to make something that you guys can enjoy and allows me to interact with you guys and friendship. Really not sure where I want to go with it. Um, I'm going to digress a little bit, back to the podcast, and this kind of goes hand in hand. Still haven't figured out a name for it. If you guys can think of a really great name, let me know, or it's going to be something fucking corny and awful. Unless you want that, then I'll come up with something corny and awful. I already have a few ideas. My girlfriend actually made some channel art that just says Bob Says Stuff. I laughed at it first, and I'm like, that might actually be good. But I'll come up with something. If you guys have a great idea, let me know. Please don't hesitate. Like I said, it's going to be on Sunday. It will be the very first stream on the new channel. So I will be, streaming throughout the week on twitch.tv/inside the 927 just for a few days. This is more or less to help me with the transition. But this Sunday, what day is it? Sunday the 15th, April 15th, will be the first episode on Bobbert Production. That's twitch.tv/Bobbert Productions. All one word, no hyphen. Follow that. I will have this video linked through my Nightbot, so if I don't talk about it, it'll just kind of remind those who are just joining to go to this video, or those who have been around but missed last night's stream where I kind of talked about it, or don't follow me on social media, which that's fine. I get it. Hurt my feelings, but I'm kidding. Just so I don't have to keep bringing it up. This is why I wanted to make this video, just so I can say everything, put everything out there, and I don't have to talk about it ever again. I've been gone. This is why I've been gone. I'm back. This is what I'm gonna do. That's it. I just wanted to air that. So I've rambled on enough. I've probably taken enough of your morning or afternoon or evening or night. So stop that here. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing some changes, and the podcast is the first new thing that I'm gonna do, and I would love to do a bunch of different things. So that's why I named it Bobbert Productions, because I want to allow myself to do different things, and I think that will keep it fresh for me personally and allow me to make better content. It'll kind of push me through. Again, I think it solves problems that I had in the past. So I think hand in hand it's gonna work, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Please, if you hate it, let me know. I want to know if it sucks, so I can either hang myself or keep going. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Keep going, but not hang myself. But anyway, I'm gonna get off this video. Thank you guys for coming around. I will be streaming today. I probably will be done streaming by the time this uploads. But here we go. New exciting chapter. This is a change, and sometimes, most of the times, they're good. We'll see what comes up from it. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Let's just kind of see where it goes. Have a good one, everyone.